This is Armando. After leaving France to study at American University and MIT, he became a Wall Street finance bro, but ended up dropping it all to bake croissants. Turns out, Armando is insanely good at making croissants. Within 1 year of opening, Arsicault was named the best new bakery in the US in 2016. But then, silence. 8 years later, we came to Arsicault to ask Armando what he's been up to, and to find out more about his journey from finance bro to croissant daddy. Let's do an icebreaker first. What are you wearing today? Walk us through your whole outfit.
My favorite color, blue.
Blue, okay.
So, think of it as a tablecloth, red and white, but just blue.
Just blue. Okay, so you're wearing a Ralph Lauren shirt. Where are your jeans from?
Jeans from Banana Republic.
Banana Republic. Armando wears Banana Republic, y'all. And then what about your shoes?
They're very good shoes.
Very good shoes. Okay. After 8 years of silence, we're here with an exclusive interview with the owner of Arsicault Bakery, Armando Lacayo. Did I say your name right?
You got it, yes.
Okay. Armando. In 2016, just 1 year after you opened, Bon Appetit magazine named Arsicault the best new bakery in the country. You went from selling 100 croissants to 900 croissants overnight. The internet was flooded with interviews and articles, then silence. What have you been up to these past 8 years?
Well, that's why I was telling you it was named the best new bakery in America.
Best new bakery.
So for the last 8 years, we've been trying to be the best old bakery in America. So, it was one at a time. But we've been busy opening this location. That's our second location. We opened 4 years ago, 2 months before the pandemic, so timing wasn't that great, but we're here.
I mean, there's a huge line. There are people taking selfies with their croissants, so it seems like a success.
And we're opening a third one in August, Mission Bay.
Mission Bay.
Here in San Francisco still.
Okay. So how many croissants do you sell a day today across both of your locations?
Number. It's I've lost count, but
really,
we're very busy.
Like in the thousands.
Something like that. Depends on the day.
Wow. So I did a little bit of research on your history. Tell us about your journey from France to MIT to finance bro to croissant daddy of San Francisco.
Well, you could say it was in my blood to begin with. My great-grandparents owned a bakery in France. The last name was Arsicault.
Arsicault.
That's why the funny name, right? I never met them. I never tried their bread.
They tried?
They took my grandfather out of school when he was 14 to work at the bakery. He worked there until sometime in his 20s, and then he decided to do something else. Very important because my grandfather and my grandmother raised us. I have 2 sisters. And so, I was in France until I came to the US
For college.
to study. Right. I got a math degree from American University in DC. And then worked in Wall Street for 2 years, and then back to school, went to get my MBA from MIT.
And he worked at Solomon Brothers. For those who know, you know.
Just read Liar's Poker by Michael Lewis. That's where they describe the culture at Solomon Brothers. That kind of inspired me. And then I took jobs on the buy side. So I was managing mutual funds. And it was a lot of fun. It was quantitative. We're crunching a lot of numbers. But what happened early when I came to the US, I couldn't find a good croissant. So, there was only one solution. I mean, I had to make it myself. I started doing that. It was really bad.
How bad was your first croissant?
The main issue was patience. So, you have to, it takes a lot of time. You have to observe the different steps. So I did not, and the croissant did not cook enough, and my layers were wrong. And what happened is that when I finally put it in the oven, I had a big puddle of butter.
Oh.
And so, I learned a lesson. Eventually you realize you have to read the recipe. Not only read it, but apply the recipe. So eventually it got better, so I got the recipe and modified it a little bit. And one day, 10 years ago, I made the jump. No more finance, no more banking. I'm going to do baking. And I knew some friends owned a cafe by Fisherman's Wharf. So we set up a little baking area, 7 feet by 7 feet. I did my first croissant, sold my first croissant. I went absolutely every day for 6 months. And then I started looking for bakeries, existing bakeries that were for sale. And I found the first location that operated. I bought the bakery, and the day I bought the bakery, signed the contract, everybody was working there told me, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have other opportunities." So
everyone at the bakery, you thought you were going to have a team.
Yes.
And they left.
And it was a team
Classic.
of one. So I started repainting a little bit and cleaning up the bakery. And the day before I was finally going to open, my nephew arrived from DC. He was 15 at the time, and he was there for his spring break. I thought I was going to
Wow.
be the king of the croissant by then, not quite. And he spent his entire spring break working with me at the bakery.
Wow.
And
Wow.
it would not have been possible without me. I made $350 the first day, and then a year later, my life changed.
A year later.
Yeah.
Wow.
With Bon Appetit.
With Bon Appetit.
Where were you 8 years ago?
Probably drunk at a USC college party.
Oh, interesting. That's the reason I came to the US, a girl from USC.
Really?
Yeah.
A girl from USC. Tell us about her. How did you meet her?
She was in France, studying in France, semester abroad, fell in love, wanted to come to the US.
Wow.
Someone, set me straight a little bit, said going all the way to USC, I went to American, and the rest is history.
And then now you're married?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Okay, does she know that she's the reason you are now the king of croissants?
I don't know. Maybe she does, but she hasn't let me know.
If you're out there, thank you. Okay, we're gonna switch gears a little bit to some random questions. So I've recently learned that there is a French mafia in the San Francisco hospitality scene.
Oh my God.
I've met the GM of Balboa Cafe, the owner of Amelie Wine Bar, and now you. Is there or is there not a French mafia in the SF hospitality scene?
Well, the fact that I cannot tell you anything about it
There is
tells
none.
you there is, right?
Oh, okay, there is. I've pulled some bad reviews from Google Maps. Let's react to some bad reviews. Review number 1. Croissant is not that special. Sure, it's better than the ones from Safeway. When you were researching croissants, did you try the ones from Safeway?
No. No. I mean, it's well, that's unfortunate that this person thought so, and I guess they will not make the line longer in the future. But to each their own, and that's why it's personal. I like the way it comes out, and I try to make sure that's the way it comes out every day. And
They like the ones from Safeway.
And yeah,
If you like Safeway croissants, do not come to Arsicault.
this is not officially sponsored by Safeway.
The staff here is so unfriendly. I couldn't return a croissant just because I touched the bag. What is your return policy on croissants?
Well, the return policy, I mean, that's, we give something and that's it. So, if someone is nice about it, or I change my mind, but it's on a case-by-case basis.
Case-by-case return policy. So if you touch the bag, you have to be nice.
That's look inside, and all my stuff, just smiling.
Yes.
And
I love your staff. They're the best. Every time I see them, I have a great conversation. Okay, have you ever played Marry Kill?
No.
Okay, basically I'm going to give you 3 options. You have to pick one that you would one that you would marry, and then one that you would kill. Okay, what if you had to marry, kill almond croissant, chocolate croissant, ham and cheese croissant?
Cupcake, I would kill a cheese Danish, and we marry a ham and cheese croissant.
And marry a ham and cheese croissant. Okay, so he does not care about anyone else except for the croissant.
Well, yes, that's why I'm here.
That's
you
why
come
he's
here
here.
to get a cupcake.
That's all. That's all the questions I have.